All the leaves are brown.
Leaves are brown. And the sky is gray. And the sky is gray.
Happened for a while. On a winter's day.
On a winter's day. If I didn't tell her, I could leave today.
I could leave today.
California dreaming
on such a winter's day.
Such a winter's day.
We nailed it.
Stepped into a church.
And
I pretended.
I passed along the way.
Didn't he say he pretended to pray?
Well, I dropped down on my knees.
Dropped down to my knee.
And I began to pray.
I pretend to pray. Big moment. And I pretend to pray.
I think it's I began to pray. You know the preacher like the corn.
I like the corn.
He knows I'm gonna stay.
I'm gonna stay.
California dreaming.
California dreaming.
On such a winter's day.
Such a winter's day.
Damn. God damn. Woo. We are stars.
I'm fat.
What? No, you're beautiful. You're perfect, Kimberly.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Happy motherfucking Friday night, everybody. It's me.
Happy Friday night, friends. It's her.
It's me, Kimberly Congdon, here with my co-host, my friend, my sister,
Alex Scarlato. Hello, dearies.
Hello, dearies. Sorry we started off on such a weird note. Yes, it's me and Alex. Yes, it's another episode of Broad Topics. Yes, we're doing this on time this week, on schedule, fucking doing our shit.
We're fucking getting shit done over here. We are regular working girls.
I want to start off this episode by asking you, Alex, if you saw what happened last night in the sky.
No, I was here recording HSR, and as soon as the show was over, we heard that there was like some fucking shit going down.
Holy shit.
Lewis told me that you texted him, actually.
Yeah.
He said that you were freaking out about it.
Can I explain to you what my experience was as an adult woman?
Yes.
This is what I was experiencing. It's dark outside. Me and Lewis keep our living room curtains open, like you can always see out the windows or in them or whatever. And it is dark. It is nighttime. It's 9:30 p.m. It's dark out. Or it's like about to be 9. And me and James are watching a movie in the living room. And I'm on the side of the window. And I just start to notice like a teal glow in our apartment. Like the whole vibe changes. Like it's like this. Like how the walls are purple.
The photos that I've seen actually look kind of pretty. I was wondering if it was kind of pretty.
Gorgeous.
Right?
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
But I was too nervous to like experience it. So the whole
you were with James too. That's that's fucking weird to be with a kid and have to keep the kid cool and be like, yeah, no, this is normal.
Well, I was freaking out a little, and then he started getting nervous, so then I had to pretend it was like cool. You know, I had to pretend I was like curious instead of terrified. But yeah, so we're sitting in the room and the whole room turns to a shade of like blue. And I'm like, what is that? And it looks, at first I'm like, there must be like an ambulance outside with its light just on and it's reflecting in the window. And when I look out the window, I look to the left, it's a night sky. And almost like ombre, if you look to the right, the sky to the right was bright blue.
That's crazy.
Like bright blue, like not even like
the color of a sky.
Not the color of a sky blue, like a teal, like a deep teal.
That's crazy.
It was crazy, and it was, and I looked, and I was like, what? How is the sky lit up? Like it's daytime. I was like, but over there it's daytime, and here it's night. And then I started to hear these sounds, and because I opened the window and I was like, what? And I opened the window and I look, and the sound starts going womp, womp, womp. But with every womp, the sky starts changing colors. So it was like womp green, womp blue, womp orange. Like the whole sky, like someone was flicking a fucking light.
No.
Like, you know those lights you buy at like
James
Spencer's?
see it? You guys were just fucking observing?
Well, I was like, what is that? What is that? And he was like, what? And I was like, come here. Like I wanted him to see it because it's like, if we're gonna die, at least look at this cool shit.
Yeah, of course. What the fuck?
I was like,
check out the aliens, James.
I was like, come
what
here.
The fuck?
And I opened the window and he like didn't want to put his head out. I was like, look at the sky. And he was like, what is that? And I was like, I don't know, really. I was like, wow, it's crazy. I have no idea what that is. And he ran back to the couch. He's like, let's just watch the movie. And he
was nervous.
His whole thing was like, let's ignore it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the whole room is glowing at this point. It's going womp.
We're not going to be able to ignore this, dude.
And I took a video. Did you see the video that I took?
Oh my gosh.
I took a quick video, and this is when the lights were like kind of fading. They weren't changing as much. Because the last thing I did was take a video because I was like too immersed in it.
It was like almost over at this point.
Yeah, this was like the end of it. Hold on, let me show you how you could see it going from green and then
shit.
And it was nighttime before, like black.
And you could see the clouds as if it's
blue,
daytime.
Yeah.
I know what happened. I know there was, so for anybody who hasn't heard about this, there was like an explosion at the Con Edison plant in Long Island City, Queens. So it kind of like lit up the fucking entire New York City.
But like, see, at one point it would be like orange, like this.
That's
and then
crazy.
the next womp, it would be like this.
And I'm sure the colors were like
that.
brighter in person.
Yes. Like this, like it would get like this. And you're like, what the I mean, it was...
And how fast was it changing? That fast? Like...
yes, it was like... no, before it was like slow.
It was like strobe lights almost.
Before it was slower than this, so you could see each color. Like your settings were changing around.
It was like creating...
Like you were in a simulation and someone was changing the sky color and just picking.
I don't understand the science. I really don't know what kind of like electrical explosion could cause the entire sky to light up, but I'm sure that there's an explanation for that, but that's fucking crazy.
And then I was like, I don't know what to do. Lewis didn't answer, so I FaceTimed my mom. And this is when I FaceTime my mom, this is what happened. Like this, like let's say I FaceTime my mom right here and she answered right here. Like she answered right here. And I was like, Mom, look at the sky. And I pointed the sky and I went like this. Just back to nighttime. Like
just
it
out
went
of
from
nowhere,
blue sky to, and that's what it was before.
That's fucked up. What?
It was trippy. I've never as an adult been like, oh, the aliens. This is the part where
okay, I'll wait here until I figure out whether this is aliens or not. Like,
yeah, and I had just had to like be calm with James, and James started freaking out. I was like, no, it's cool. We got to figure out why it's doing that.
All right,
I was trying to make it like a science thing, but
so right after the show ended, there were like pictures on Twitter, like the Queen's sky, and it was so bright and just really crazy looking, but it still hadn't even hit the news yet. We had just gotten out of the show, and we were like, flip the news on. Let's see what's going on. Like, people on Twitter are going crazy.
Right.
And it took like another 20 minutes for like the news to even pick it up. So like we saw like the very first thing.
I saw the first tweet go out.
They were but they were making fun of this chick on the news who was like being interviewed, and she was like, I thought it was aliens. I was freaking out, whatever. I was like, I don't know if the fucking entire sky is just doing something that you're not used to it doing. I don't know how crazy it is to assume that it's aliens.
My first thought,
I don't know how crazy that is. Like,
I had no thought that it could have been anything logical. My two thoughts were aliens or North Korea nuked us. I was like, this is what a nuclear bomb looks like the whole sky times
Imagine.
blue or something. Yeah, and at that point I was like, well, this is sad. I'm gonna die with James. He doesn't even want to die with me, probably. He'll just die with his parents. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're his third choice to die with.
I'm literally on the bottom of his list of people to die with. Like, it just fucking stinks to die with someone that doesn't want to die with you.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna have to be the holder. That's the worst.
Wait, what do you mean the holder?
When I'm dying, I want to be held.
James, hold me. Tell me I'm beautiful one last time.
I literally make him tell me I'm beautiful. I was like, aren't I so cute today? And
he tells me you're crazy.
Yeah, no, he tells me I'm crazy all the time. He says that I'm the grandma from Moana.
It's actually a really fucking cute thing that James says whenever he sees me. He's like, yeah, you know, Alex, you're my friend. And Kim's my friend, but when you guys are together, you're just crazy. You guys are just crazy. Like, yeah, I know, everybody says it.
He was talking about you today.
What'd he say?
He was like, what movie was it? It was a movie that was like, Alex said she likes this movie. I don't remember what the fuck it was.
Oh, I wonder what it was. Yeah. Coraline?
I don't know.
I told him I love
He asked
Coraline.
me if we're still friends. Are you still friends with Alex? He'll ask me every few weeks just to make sure.
That's so cute. That's so cute.
Yeah, so I thought aliens were going to take us.
That's so scary.
Did I ever tell the story on this podcast when my mom and my stepdad went to Costa Rica and they had that really weird experience that they told me about? My parents aren't like paranormal people. They don't like have ghost stories.
You did tell me this one. This is the one.
That like all the sounds went off.
Yeah.
There was like no sounds. The waterfall stopped.
The waterfall, everything fucking stopped for a minute.
The cameras turned off and then turned back on, and the waterfall started, and nothing. Like the birds stopped chirping, and then like 10 seconds of a silence.
I have a couple fucking scary stories from people in my family, but I always just thought they were bullshit. I never just gave it a thought that maybe it was true.
Really?
Like my grandmother's my grandmother's sisters and her were driving near Brooklyn, near this cemetery in Brooklyn, right? And they apparently like found like a woman on the side of the road, asked for help, and they like pulled over and helped her and let her in the car, and then like they drove a ways down and had a conversation with her, and at a certain point she just wasn't there anymore.
What?
Like, I don't believe that.
Did they say that happened? Because that's happened in every scary movie I've ever seen.
They've said that happened. And then my grandmother, this is also hilarious. Wish I could talk to her more about this. But
you can through prayer.
Grandma, did you really see a leprechaun with Grandpa? Because you guys told me about it about 100 times, and I'm gonna call you on your bullshit. They swear that they saw a leprechaun while they were watching television together, that he came into the room, he fucked shit up, he ran around, he did cartwheels, and then he just fucking disappeared.
Okay, Grandma and Grandpa. I don't believe that one.
I don't believe either of them. Like, come through with a good ghost story. Come on.
This lady told me she lived in Mexico. This old neighbor my mom used to have, she told me she lived in Mexico one time, and she was sleeping at her grandmother's house, and her grandma told her that the house was haunted. And she said one day she woke up and there was a woman. She was like really small, like this small, but she looked like if you took a life-size woman and made her that small. You know what I'm saying?
Like that movie. I can't recall what it is right now.
She's like a fucking gremlin, essentially, like that size. And she said the woman looked completely normal, and she was looking at the corner, and then she smiled, and all her teeth were like triangles. And she said all of them. She was just smiling with her triangle teeth.
That's fucked up.
And I was like, I don't care if that story is true or not. That's a really fucked up image.
Yeah.
Right?
Of like a tiny woman.
It's just smiling with her sharp razor teeth.
But like in theory, you could just grab her by the hair and like fucking
I'd
flip her.
Yeah.
I would step on her.
I'd fucking work that bitch.
Fucking 9-inch bitch thinks she got shit on me. I will fuck her up.
This bitch.
I'll fuck her shit up.
She got anything on my ass.
Yo, I think any girl under 4'2", 4'3", dude, I'm stomping this bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I'm 5'9".
I would step on it for sure.
I think if I have more than a full 1.5 feet on you, I don't care how strong you are, I will fuck you up.
My mom, we used to live in St. Augustine, and we lived next door to this haunted house. Sorry, I'm smoking. And my mom lived in the guest house. This is where I was born. And I guess the house, like, there's a book about the house, like, it's super haunted. There's like a book about it, about like all the people that died in it. Like, there's like an albino boy that like his parents were ashamed of him, so they kept him in the attic until he died. He just starved to death when he was like 8. There's like,
what? That's horrifying.
That's just one of the stories.
Is
like
this truth or
yeah,
like
no, this is
that's absolute fact and not part of the story.
Fact, like death certificates, real stories. Another lady, her daughter died in that house, and she was so sad about it that she kept her body on top of the piano in the living room, trying to resurrect her for 4 months until a mailman smelled her.
This is like fucking neighborhood known shit.
Neighborhood known shit.
Okay.
Like people have seen
so
the little boy in the attic.
Keeping like a body because you just can't let go is so like that shit is gonna get so nasty before you know it, dog. Whoa.
Yeah, that shit stank.
Some fucked up shit.
And my mom said that when like I was just born, she was like at the house. She was at the guest house, and she never went into the main house because it was like the haunted part. But like even in the yard, there's like tombstones in the yard from like 3 of the kids that have died in there, like different kids. And
they're buried in the yard.
They're buried in the yard.
That's like
it's like
I feel like that's not even legal in the northern part of the country to just bury your
the oldest city
to bury your son in your yard. Like we can't. I don't even know if I could bury my dog in my yard legally. In New
there's
York.
lots of rules now. This is
crazy.
This was a different time, sister.
Okay, this is like from like 100 years ago or so. Okay.
But my mom said one day her and her friend were like just holding me, and like her friend came over to like look at her new baby, and like they were just like talking, and there was a knock at the door at like the middle of the night, and my mom got so scared, and she opened the door, and there was this woman in a white dress, and they were like, ah, and they started screaming, and it was just the landlord. But like they were like, we were really insulting about it. We were like screaming, it's a ghost, like in her face. She was just an old lady, like. But they'd only seen the husband, so they didn't know the wife. They were like, it's a ghost.
Kill her.
Ew, ghosts are ugly.
She's hideous. Get her out of here.
Get her out of here.
I've never seen something from hell like that.
What'd you just come out of the damn ground, you gremlin?
Her fingernails are covered in dirt.
Yeah, so haunted AF.
Super fucking insulting. My on Christmas, my cousin was telling me they have my cousins have a baby who's like 3 years old. She's super smart, super fucking cute, and she asked for makeup for Christmas, which I thought was very cute for a 3-year-old. She's like, I want my own makeup. Fuck off, everybody.
Adorable.
They took her to church on Christmas, and when like another fucking churchgoer came up to them to have a conversation, they picked her up, and she was like, Mommy, that lady has a lot of makeup.
No.
It's the best. Like,
I thought you were going to say she was going to be like, Mommy, that lady's the devil.
No, she's like Mommy, that lady has a lot of makeup. It's like, okay, yeah. She looks so pretty, doesn't she? Like, you have to fucking play it off.
All right, you guys, before we keep going, I want to take a second to give a shout out to our sponsors, Smoked Honey.
Fuck yeah.
They're the best. We love them so much. If you guys don't know who Smoked Honey is, they are a quality distillate company based in San Diego. They produce the best tasting and highest potency products. Like, they give you vape pens that you didn't even know you could be gifted on this earth, to be honest.
Vape pens to die for, my friends.
Yeah, everything's high quality distillate. The terpenes, there's the hardware, everything included is all top notch. You can, it's a company that really cares about their product. They care about what they're putting inside. You know, I got a text today. I swear to God, I got a text today from a guy. He said, hey, I just want to see if it's okay to eat that dab dart thing you gave me. I've been eating a little and it's so much fun, but I want to see if it's okay. And guess what? It fucking is.
It motherfucking is.
You can guilt-free eat it. And that's what they were doing. They were eating a little bit of... That's how good it is. These people, it could have been poisonous. And they were risking it just to eat a little bit every once in a while.
They were eating it like a delicacy.
Yeah, like a delicacy. It's like, guess what? You could dive right in and put the whole damn thing in your mouth. Eat the whole thing. Put it on top of your cupcake.
Wow, they were risking themselves for smoked honey without really knowing the safety of the product.
That's how you know.
That's
it's
fucking
a
good shit. Yeah.
It's the shit. So you guys fucking get yourself some smoked honey. If you're over the age of 21, you live in California, hit up smokedhoneyca.com or on Instagram at smoked honey. Get yourself a dab dart. Get yourself a vape pen.
Spend your holiday money on them, guys. It's worth it.
Get yourself a pen that has delicious smoked honey flavoring.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Tell them we sent you.
Fuck yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay. Wait.
We were talking ghosties and fosties and mosties.
Oh, and when your children embarrass you, indeed.
Oh, yes. Have you ever embarrassed your parents?
Yes. I was really smart as a kid. When we were at some store once and I was like acting up and being a bitch and they were like about to get really mad at me and try to like drag me to the car. And I was like, you're not my mommy. You're not my daddy. I don't want to go home with you. I don't know you. I don't know who you are.
Like, pretended they were kidnapping
literally
you?
Just pretended they were kidnapping me.
Did people still let them take you to the car?
Totally.
That's crazy.
100%. They literally I look so much like my mom though. Like my parents were like also kind of laughing because they were like, what the fuck? I was like 4 years old, 3 or 4 at the time. And they were like, she's brilliant. This is like the one thing that could get people on her side. What the fuck? So I think they were like laughing and they were like, no, we're definitely her parents. Like, we promise.
What would you do if you saw that today, a child doing that? I'd have to say something.
You would have to say something to somebody.
I'd have to.
Even if it is, I feel like if I had a kid and I was in that scenario, I'd be grateful for a stranger who said something. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you thought that my kid was being abducted and you said something. I'd rather go through it with the police later and be like, no, my fucking asshole kid's just trying to be a douchebag to me.
Yeah.
Like, fine. They'll understand that. You can laugh that off later.
I saw one of those YouTube experiments where they had a guy like take a kid, and the kid's like, "You're not my mom, you're not my dad," just to see what people would do. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of people will just keep walking.
It's surprising.
Yeah.
There's
also this thing called the bystander effect. Have you heard of that?
Like when one person, if one person stands by and does nothing, then like they assume somebody else is going to do something about it, kind of thing.
Bystander effect is just like basically a bunch of people thinking that someone else already called 911. It's where everyone thinks that and nobody actually has.
Right.
And it happens really often.
There's a really famous case of a girl who got stabbed outside, like in Queens, like outside on the street on like a very fucking like a day where people were out and like people witnessed it and everybody was like, she's probably fine, right? It's like, what?
Oh my God, I couldn't imagine needing help and seeing a bunch of people around me just watching.
Right?
Oh, it's fucked up.
Or like that scenario where you're fucking, I don't know, just any time where you really fucking need help and it feels like any person who's there should be on your side. You know, like in horror movies, they sometimes have that moment where somebody's fucking being held in a deep, dark basement for a while, and then like the person who finally shows up, they're like, fuck yeah, somebody's here, and then that person just like doesn't want to help them.
Or like
the most fucking defeating feeling ever.
It's like they're in a basement, they're tied up, they're like starving, they're about to die, and a cop comes in, they're like, thank God, and then the cop like looks fucking sinister, like he's gonna rape her too, and you're like, no,
right?
That was all she had.
Come on, like this was her best moment of her last fucking 4 weeks in this dungeon.
Oh my God.
So scary. I don't know. I think of being kidnapped very often.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can you recognize what this sound is?
You typing on your phone.
Hold on. Tell me if you know what this sound is. Hold on. This is a long setup.
It's a really long setup. I literally have my eyes closed because I'm like in anticipation. That could be so many things. Holy shit. I have a couple guesses.
Okay, you get 3 guesses.
Okay. It could be, it kind of sounds like somebody pouring liquid onto like a pile of like cold ice that's kind of crackling as it falls.
Nope.
It could be, shit. Let me hear it one more time. Is it somebody slurping ramen?
No.
It could be somebody dragging something over a texture of some kind.
Nope. You don't want to know what it is?
Sure.
It's mac and cheese being stirred. I don't know.
Why is it grosser when you see it?
I don't know why I did that test on you, but it was funny.
I don't want it to be mac and cheese being stirred. Blah.
Yeah.
In fucking college, my roommate convinced me, this fucking crazy bitch, I love her, but she was like, you should put some tuna fish in your mac and cheese. Shit tastes mad good. I do it all the time. And
was
then
it good?
I took a bite of hers, like one bite, and I was like, I fucked up, and I was like, oh, that is pretty good. And then I put it in mine, and I took like one bite, and I was like, well,
it's not good.
That was the fucking worst thing I've ever had. I'll never do this again. So
what's a food combination you do that you think other people don't do that you enjoy?
I feel like I do pretty basic combinations.
You don't do anything weird?
No, I don't. I'm not big on like fucking...
No salt on the watermelon?
No.
Have you ever had salt on a watermelon?
No. Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah. It's a thing.
What kind of thing is that?
It's the best thing.
I've never heard of that in my life.
I can't eat watermelon without salt. It makes the watermelon sweeter.
How? I'm imagining just a tiny, tiny pinch of salt.
It can be. You can get
Bitch
crazy
salts
with it.
her watermelon?
Yeah, I'm going to bring you some salty watermelon. I do salty watermelon. I add ketchup and salsa to my mac and cheese.
No. I don't like that.
Yep, ketchup and salsa to my mac and cheese.
Ketchup doesn't go on anything
Ketchup
except
goes
like
on eggs.
No, well, yeah, ketchup goes on eggs. I agree with that. Just a little bit.
I like to do syrup on my bacon.
That's an amazing combo that nobody could fucking argue with ever.
I like to do grits and sugar.
I've only had grits once when I was a kid.
What?
Yeah. Like, northern people don't really eat grits. We eat, like, oatmeal.
There's a
like
place in Harlem we
cream
got to
of
go to
wheat.
breakfast and
Yeah?
get grits. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, we'll
Best
do grits.
I've ever had. And I'm from Florida.
So wait, what did you say you put in your grits that's not...
Sugar.
That sounds great. I mean, anything's good with
Sugar
sugar.
and butter and like an oatmeal kind of thing. Yum.
When I was a kid, I used to like like cut very, very thin slices of butter and just put them on my tongue to melt.
Oh my God, like acid. You're prepping yourself for doing acid.
It's a
You're
really
doing
disgusting
tabs
thing.
of butter.
Tabs of butter. It's disgusting. It's the one thing that I like enjoyed at one point that now I think about and I'm like, that's fucking gross.
Jesus.
I used to also, I think every kid does this, but I used to love eating like cubes of sugar.
Cubes.
Sugar cubes are dope.
Yum.
Just suck.
My family
suckling
never
on
bought
them.
sugar cubes. That was for white people.
My grandma did. My mom didn't like when she bought them because I would fucking go into the cabinet and just be eating sugar for the afternoon.
You know what I used to eat when I was younger? The bars of Mexican hot chocolate. Like the chocolate bars that you make hot chocolate with.
Never used those.
Oh my God.
That sounds good though. But it sounds like it would be like chalky though because it's supposed to be making hot chocolate with it.
James's mom got me one for Christmas.
Yeah.
Or like a few of them, like a packet of a bunch of different ones. Or James actually got it for me. And I was like, I'm just going to eat
James's
these.
mom got it for you, but it's fine.
Yeah. That was the one from him. But yeah. What if he's listening to Broad Topics?
Oh shit. That's why he thinks we're crazy.
Yeah, or if I'm insane.
I love
I was
it.
going to throw you in there, but I'll just take the hit. Like, I'm fucking actually insane. Do you think like we're crazy or...
People say we're a very annoying combo in life to like be
I kind
around.
of like that.
I like it too. In
It kind of
Vegas,
makes me giddy. When someone says I'm annoying, it like makes me feel giddy.
when we went away for Lewis's fight in Vegas, we were bothering everyone. Like it was like a thing that like don't let them sit next to each other. That was why we got separated for breakfast that morning.
Oh,
We were rubbing elbows back to back.
Oh yeah, because we said touching elbows gave us powers.
Yeah, Lewis thought we were going to embarrass him in front of Michael Bisping if we sat at the same table,
Yeah,
which is reasonable.
yeah.
Um,
I just embarrassed myself in front of Michael Bisping at my own table, like a true me.
yeah, I get it. I like
don't
it.
care.
I don't
We're
mind.
fun.
I don't fucking mind. Fuck with us. Sorry you can't keep up, friends.
Who was your baddest friend when you were younger? You know, you had a bad friend. My friend was Rachel. She was bad. She got fingered when she was 13.
My friend Gina was bad. We were in like 3rd grade and she was trying on clothes at our house and she was like, I'm gonna wear this one to the first party I go to this year because it has slits in it.
Oh, I love that.
She went like that,
Sexual
too.
friends.
She's like,
She went like that.
It's got slits in it. It was like
I
right
wonder what
between
Gina's
the tits.
mom was.
Like
Dude.
what?
Oh no! And was she the first of your friends to like hook up?
Yeah, she had an older sister, which I think like lent itself to a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
But she would be like, "Yeah, we made out." Like what? I think to the point where it was like so young that she was probably lying. But
No, she was lying.
yeah, but that's like the bad bitch. She was like, "I'm
Yeah.
gonna fucking tell all my friends that I fucked him when I'm 13." Like what?
Oh, I just remember this girl's name. This girl in my middle school pretended she was pregnant like 4 times, but she was like
in middle
fucking-
school?
Yeah, she was like fucking crazy. Like she came in with baby clothes and she would fold them over and over and again, like the same 2 onesies on her desk, and be like, "This is for my baby." And, like there was
And she
never
wasn't
a baby.
pregnant?
No, for
That's
years.
a psychological, serious. Like she was having a meltdown. You know,
We're
that,
all
right?
like, "Ha ha, weird bitch!"
It's not like
spitting at her.
That's almost not even just like fun gossip.
I just played
worthy.
along. I was like, "Oh, I can't wait." I was like nice to her, but I was like, "I can't wait to meet your baby." For,
Serious mental issues. Goddamn.
Like, yeah, she had a fucked up family. I think her brother was molesting her or some shit.
Generally, I feel like you get pregnant in middle school, you're trying to hide that shit from people for a little bit. Not fucking broadcast non-pregnancies to the world.
I remember in middle school, the 2 girls that like went down on each other. It was like they were the 2 girls.
We had those dramas.
Yeah, we were like, these 2 went down on each other, and everybody's like, "They what? Girls do that to each other?" It was like a thing. I remember being like, they did that to each other, and I remember looking at both of their faces and both of their crotches and being like, Her face was in her crotch and her face was in her crotch. Like,
Ew.
it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't understand. The math doesn't compute.
Logically, it's not right.
No, I went to an all-girls school. There was like
there is pussy juice everywhere all over your school.
literally every time a bathroom had to close for any reason whatsoever, a rumor would spread that 2 girls were caught making out in the bathroom. They closed it down to bless it.
No.
Every time.
Did they close it down to bless it?
I have no idea, but it was a rumor at least 4 times throughout my time in high school. Like, yeah, they shut down the bathroom on the second floor wing because it was like who so and so and Sarah were caught.
They had to bless
out.
the gay out of it.
Yeah, they had to fucking.
I bet more girls were gay because
There's a surprising number of girls who, like, there were girls who were out at the time, and we were like, okay, these are the gay girls, and then years afterward, looking back, fucking way more gay girls than we knew about. Just like a lot of them.
Isn't it always surprising when someone comes out?
Not always.
But sometimes. Every once in a while you're scrolling on Instagram and you just see someone with a kissing picture and you're like, wait, what?
Right?
And then it like hits you and you're like, whoa. Like one of my friends who I suspected was gay, she was just like kind of gay. And for years, I mean, she had a baby, blah, 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 blah. Was with a dude who was going to marry him. And then one day just posted a picture with like hooking up with this chick.
This is my life now.
Yeah, and it was like, and she was like very overly sexual about it on Instagram.
Guess
she was
what?
like normal forever.
I love puss.
Yeah, and it was like videos of them like touching each other, and I was like, whoa. She like she like sprinted out of the closet.
She really fucking jumped out.
You know those springs that gymnasts have?
She vaulted out of the closet.
She fucking vaulted out of the closet. Perfect 10. Stuck her landing.
Incredible. Well done.
Chills.
Chills. Absolute fucking chills. Amazing. Yeah, I've had people surprise me. I've also had like a kid in elementary school who used to prefer to join like the cheerleading area in gym class and whatever, who it was like always gonna be that way. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. Then I had one person tell me in college where it was like, he was like, don't tell anyone. And I was like, fuck. This is the biggest secret I've ever heard in my life. Man. Nobody knows. Nobody suspects. This is crazy.
I had a random dude from my 9th grade. Well, I've known him since 5th grade. A dude I've known since 5th grade. He's like out now, which is like fine, whatever. He's gay.
Good
totally
for him.
Unsuspected. But it's always unsuspected because like I come from a town where like these are redneck white dudes.
That must be weird.
When they come out, it's like, you came out with that accent and still they're like, I'm gay. So, like they're like, I gotta tell
Johnny,
y'all.
I got something to tell y'all. Y'all has been like a brother to me.
Yeah, it's like some shit like that. But like he outed. I was messaging him one day like, oh, hope you're well. Nice to see you. I messaged him like, congrats on coming out. Like so cool. Whatever, because I've known him for a long time. And he was like, thanks so much. He was like, I only wish. He was one of those that spills too much. He was like, I only wish my lover would come out too. And this is where I was like sat up and greased my fingers. I was like, oh yeah. well.
It's getting interesting.
He's like, yeah, it's someone we've both known since 6th grade.
What?
Yeah. And it ended up being this fucking gangster. Okay, the dude that's gay and out is like fat, white, short, beta.
Okay.
Redneck.
I know some of those.
Okay. He's just like a kind of fat. We'll eat dinner at his mama's house, you know. The dude that's not out, that's like causing him a heartache, we've all known each other since like for a long time. And this dude is a skinny, like, essay Mexican.
Yeah? Like gangster dude.
Skinny gangster, like, bro, I'm not gonna fuck with it, bro. Like, I'm not down with that gay shit, bro.
I can't come out to my homies.
Yes.
Bro. I can't do it.
And now I just sometimes look at his Facebook because he's still not out and he's just like with this chick and he like looks so unhappy and it's sad.
That is sad.
I'm like, just be gay and fuck your fat redneck.
No, I want the gays to come out. I want the gays to all come out.
Yeah.
It's happy for them, I think.
Yeah.
I also think it's weird when like I don't know if people generally come out like in their 20s. Some people do it a little earlier, but like I feel like people generally wait. So it's an interesting thing to be experiencing for the first time, like people who are years younger than me, who I knew like as being little kids coming out. Where you're like, oh shit, like
Oh, little gay.
yeah,
You're a little gay.
Little Jimmy's been gay all along. He has, hasn't he? I should have seen the signs. I should have.
Oh man, I like when people come out gay when they're older because you can see like the relief on their face.
Yeah,
When
I mean,
they're,
I've
like, 40.
never fucking seen that actually, but that sounds.
I have a couple friends that are still
cathartic.
not out, and I know they're gay.
I found out that my gay uncle, who's married to a man, used to be married to a woman. I found that out this week.
Oh wow,
And I was like, whoa, like that's crazy. He's been gay for as long as I knew him.
wow.
But like, he used to play it off, you know?
That's crazy.
That sounds tough. Just imagine
Yeah.
having to go through life pretending that you're into pussy just because it's somehow the
You're like,
social norm. Like,
You're just eating her out and gagging.
stop.
Shit.
It doesn't smell that bad. I guess.
She's like, "What's wrong? Is everything okay?" Yeah, I'm just drowning in it because I love it so much. Oh, it's so good. Just sucking on a clit like this.
just purposefully gagging on, like making it seem
But
like
he's
you're
like
trying to.
he's treating the clit like a dick. He's
Deep
like
throating
holding
pussy.
balls under your clit.
Yeah. Too much.
Too much.
I couldn't do it. I give it to the gays.
I give it to the gays. To the gays.
This one's to the gays.
Cheers. Oh man.
My friend wrote me a Christmas text message
Oh boy.
that I'd like to share with you,
Please do. Please do.
because you'll know exactly what friend it is. You will.
Oh God. I can't
She
wait.
said, "Merry Christmas, angel pie. You are the light of my life, like sugar and spice. You are sweet, sexy, and nice. I'll do you twice, hell, even thrice.
No.
You're a beacon of hope and joy I hold deep through the night."
No, she didn't send
She
you that.
did fucking too.
Wait a minute.
Would-
No, hold on. This is I'll do you thrice.
Yes. Would you like to hear what I responded?
Yes.
Dearie, dearie, whether far or neary, you're a queen in my scene, and I hope your Christmas is like a dream.
Bro, did she hear that episode?
No, she wrote it with me
No.
back in the day.
I know she wrote it with you, but it's just weird that she'd bring it up. Do you guys talk about it often?
That was like our thing. We were proud of those poems, dude.
Oh my
We
God.
spent 2 years worth of friendship on those poems, dog. Like
Oh shit.
that's like a thing we'll always remember. I don't think I mentioned it to her. I don't think she heard the episode.
I just remembered when I was younger, there was a point when I was in like this had to be 7th or 8th grade. It was like my first times being sexual.
Yeah.
Like me and my friend, it was summer. This is such a fun memory for me. I don't know why. It was summer and like we went to these boys' pool. Their parents were at home. So we like put on our bikinis and we were at the pool and like she was swimming with a boy and I was swimming with a boy and we're like jumping in. Like it's
Fucking
like,
hot.
Yeah. It's like ha ha ha. We're all giggling and
We're
then
sexual now.
yeah, and then it turned into like you guys pull out your boobs, we'll pull, and we're like no, pull out your dicks first.
How come it always turns into that so quickly? You're like 14 years old and
I
you're
don't know, but I'm horny thinking about
what
it.
the fuck? I had the same experience in a hot tub. Just like fucking chilling, feeling like, hey, I'm in my little bikini. Like, I feel good. And within 10 minutes, it was like, what do we have to do to see your
You know what the
tits?
problem is? I think at that age, you don't feel like you feel hot like in a bikini, but you don't realize how hot you look to these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Like I knew like me and my friend looked cute in our bikinis, but those dudes seeing us like prancing around and jumping in them in the pool. Now that I'm thinking about them as a woman, like those little boys were probably like, this is the greatest time.
We're
of
gonna
our life.
fuck
For
these
us. It was
girls.
just
Like,
like
we'll
flirting
do-
with boys, and we'll flirt with different boys next
Let's
week.
do whatever we can to get these girls to go as far as they will.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were like
Yeah.
horny, like coming
Yeah.
in the water. They were probably coming in the water a few times. Like, you know what I'm
Like
saying?
dolphins.
Like, we weren't coming in the water.
Have you ever seen a dolphin come in the water? Where
No,
it's just,
I haven't. Alex. You have?
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Why have you seen a dolphin come
I
in the
feel
water?
like I've never seen dolphins and not seen them come in the water.
What?
Like,
Who says that statement ever in their life? Who would ever say that? Who would ever say that? Who would say that? Who would say that about dolphins? I'm so offended.
You've never seen
Dolphins are so pure; they're like virgins to me.
You've never gone to like Mandalay Bay in Vegas and seen the
saw
dolphins
it
fuck?
come? No.
Watch the dolphins fuck. It's part of the experience.
No,
Okay, well, you're missing out.
you just have seen multiple dolphins come.
I've seen a couple. Couples
who
of
is-
dolphins fuck.
Who's ever seen one dolphin come? Not only that, you've seen more than one dolphin come.
Tweet at us if you've ever seen a dolphin come. Please. I need backup.
If anybody else has ever seen a dolphin come, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
I don't want to hear from someone who works at SeaWorld. I want a fucking civilian who's seen dolphin come, okay?
You know, dolphins and pigs are like two of the animals that fuck for pleasure.
I did know that. It's something that I like. Dolphins also, they're like super emotional.
Yeah.
They have, but anyway, these guys are fucking coming in the water.
I had a connection with a dolphin once. Anyways.
Yeah? You never saw it come?
No, I never saw it come.
It wasn't a real connection.
I never saw it coming.
It was not a real connection.
I don't know. I guess not. But I swear at SeaWorld one time, me and this dolphin had like a moment.
Yeah? You looked in the eyes?
Kept following me and just me. And I was like, I know what you're feeling.
Yeah.
And I was like 5 and I remember feeling like,
and you were like,
what that dolphin's feeling.
We're fucking friends right now. I feel like I've had that with a monkey at the zoo.
I've had that with a monkey too.
Yeah, where you're like, that monkey like is looking for any kind of connection it could get, and it could tell that I have
connected with me,
real humanity, because I feel bad for it right now, and it just picked me.
You weren't just eating hot Cheetos and smeared it on the fucking thing.
I threw my shit at it. Did you show these boys your tits, your totties?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they still talk. They're my friends to this day. Like that was as far as it went. It was like they pulled out their dick, we pulled out our boobs, and they still talk about it to this day.
And it was
like,
just it was like an I'll show you mine if you show me yours, and it was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah,
hot.
Yeah, and then Dane and Z. Yeah, I'm still friends with them. They'll still be like, I remember when I saw your little boobies.
Dane and Z, bro. They sound
They're
like
skaters. They were hot. They're like long-haired skaters. They're like,
exactly
they still skate and surf in our town.
They sound like they're
cool
still
dudes.
13 somehow.
They are. I hit them up, smoke a joint with them every time I'm back home. They're cool. We've known each other forever.
Yeah, seen the peenies.
Yeah. They're like, we remember when you saw your little boobies. They'll call them my little boobies because we're all adults now, and it's weird to be like, your tits, talking about me when I was 13. So they always go, I remember when I saw your little boobies.
I did this whole interaction in front of a cousin of mine where it was like,
wait a minute,
it was like a deal thing where his friend was trying to see my boobs, and it was just this whole fucking way too openly sexual in front of each other thing, and it was like, all right, well, if fucking he turns away and goes away, and then it was like a whole fucking deal that we worked out, and I don't remember if I did it or not, honestly.
You had to have. You set up a whole fucking thing.
I feel like I must have. Yeah, he went away. We were in the hot tub. I was like, he goes inside. I show you my boobs.
But you know your cousin was peeking, jacking off also.
Gross.
Definitely.
Possible.
I mean, definitely your cousin was horny over it.
Not impossible.
How could a little boy not get a horny over that, even if it's your own cousin?
Would you watch your cousins fuck if you had, like, if it was, like, available to you?
My cousins fuck each other?
Like, no. If you had, like...
I've seen my cousin have sex. It was really disturbing.
It is disturbing. We talked about this last week, just the disturbance of seeing people you know fuck.
My cousin was 9 months older than me, and at one point he like hated his mom. He moved in with us, and then it was the first time like me and my 3 sisters have ever had a boy in the house. And they kept bringing his girlfriend over and fucking her, and like one day like they just started fucking while I was watching TV, like sitting in front of them, and I was like, ew, I'm leaving.
That's horrible. Yeah. How much older was
9
he?
9 months.
Oh my God, what an asshole. That's fucked up.
And I was like 15 and he was like 16. And he like is not like that. Like he is like a good person. He's shy.
That's
like
so weird.
He married the girl. She brought out the freak in him. They're still together. They have a kid. They're super cute.
Damn.
And he's apologized to me, like as an adult, about that moment. He's been like, there's some things I'm ashamed about that I think about and I can't even really bring up. But like I don't ever want.
That's pretty gross. I mean, that's nice. I was
like, I don't know what you're talking about.
It never happened.
Yeah. I blocked that out, bro. And he's like, I was a bad teenager. I'm sorry.
Some shit you gotta block out. Yeah. No, it was weird. It was a weird little fucking like, all right, if my cousin leaves, I'll show you my boobs.
Your cousin was like hooking it up and he was like dabbing his friend.
That's probably what it was, honestly.
No, he was like, I got you. I'll get you my cousin.
Nobody's fucking thinking about that shit.
She's a whore. She'll flash anybody for a hot tub.
Nobody's thinking about that shit at the time, but you're right.
When were you wearing your alphabet bathing suit?
No, that one's rather new.
And that one's for Lewis's eyes only.
Fucking alphabet soup. Lewis was trying to read words that don't exist on my bathing suit.
It was just right on your pussy.
Very like uncomfortable.
And I was like, you're just staring at her pussy closely now. And he was like, oh yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, it gets weird when you go to like the beach with your coworkers.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
I was having so much fun. Remember at that one point where you heard me call you and you dove into the water?
That's amazing. It was my favorite moment ever.
I feel him calling me. Alex.
Alex.
Lovey.
Come hither.
Have you seen P.S. I Love You?
No.
Oh my God.
Is it good?
It's really good. Hilary Swank, Gerard Butler.
I don't watch romantic
Harry Connick
movies.
Jr.
I like trippy ass movies,
Lisa
funny
Kudrow.
movies, or scary movies.
P.S. I Love You is so good. I saw multiple times during the movie, and not very many movies do that to me. Multiple times do I deep sob with a feeling of a broken heart.
Do you have a movie is that the movie that you cry to like every time you see it?
Yeah, it always gets me.
Fucking weird movie gets me.
What?
It's not a movie that makes people cry.
What?
Every time I watch E.T., dude, I like bawl. The part where they take E.T. away from Elliot and they're like, they got him set up in the tubes and they're fucking doing medical tests on him and
he's
shit.
Screaming, he's mine.
What? Yeah, that fucking scene. I'm like crying my fucking eyes out every goddamn time. I don't know why.
Have you ever seen the actual audition?
No, but it's the only movie that literally makes me cry every time I watch it.
There's a knock on your door and a man comes in, a grown man, not your brother. And he's from NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
This is the director.
He has found out
Spielberg.
that you have a
Talking to
creature
the little boy.
He has found you have a creature in your closet. A creature that he's been looking for a long time. And you've had this creature now for 3 or 4 weeks. You become best friends with it. And he wants to take the creature away. And he's come with a search warrant, and he's come with permission to take the creature away.
Just the description of the scene is fucking me up.
Okay.
Watch this audition. It's fucking killer.
Now, young man, I understand that you have an alien somewhere in this house. Is that true? Well, is it true? Is there an alien in this house?
Yes, sir.
Well, as you know, I am from the government. I'm part of the United States government, and I am empowered to take that alien with me.
But you can't take him away. He's mine.
Well, but the government is bigger than you are, Elliot. And I have all the authority to take him, and I gotta tell you, I'm gonna take him.
You can't take him.
Well, I'm afraid I have to, son.
You can't take him away. He's mine.
But it's not my choice. The president asked me to come here and get him.
I don't care what the president says. He's my best friend. And you can't take him away.
Well, it's real possible, Elliot, that he'll come back and you can have him again. But we just want to talk to him and see where it came from and try to find out about other planets. And he probably is the key to a lot of things that we have to know.
But how do I know you're going to bring him back?
Well, I'm afraid, son, I can't guarantee it.
I think he's afraid of you.
That may be true, but the government tells me what to do, and I just follow their orders.
Oh,
Well, he's mine, and he lives with me, and he likes me.
he's crying such
And
real
he wants
fucking
to
tears,
stay
dog.
here. He likes it here.
Well, we wouldn't hurt him or anything. All
He's
we want to do is
hiccuping.
talk to him.
But I don't want you to take him away.
I've had to talk to your mom about it, and
Oh,
she knows that the government has the right to do it.
And who told you all this?
Well, we
how
learned
does a
about it.
child tap into that?
How?
He's somewhere
I have
around here.
what? I'm
I do have a
amazed.
search warrant. I
And
could
then
look
you could
around
see,
the
like,
house.
I'll fast forward to the end of the audition.
Okay, Elliot.
Okay, kid, you got the job.
That's crazy.
I
He just
mean-
smiles and literally
just
in an
comes right out
instant,
of it. And
He's
it's-
like, oh, fuck.
I
Great.
mean, that audition, you can see when they're describing it, even before he starts crying, and they're describing how they're going to take ET, and they just describe the scene to him right there. And he's like, this is it. And then they're describing ET, his little chin starts to quiver, like how a kid's does.
That's one of the most amazing performances I've ever seen in
It's
my
one of
life.
the best auditions I've ever seen.
That's crazy. I mean, of course you get the part after that. That's
Yeah, if you
crazy
guys
good.
aren't watching the video right now for the podcast, look up E.T. Elliot audition on YouTube. I'm sure Alex will put the video up for
Yeah, for sure.
what we watched. But yeah, if you're not watching the video, look it up yourself. It's a really, really incredible audition. It's even better than it sounded.
Dude, no wonder that the scene in the actual movie is the only scene that makes me cry like every time.
Yeah.
It's the only scene in movie history that I'm like, I can't really watch E.T. I don't want to go on a fucking whole emotional fucking roller coaster journey. I can't handle it.
Oh man, what makes me cry like that? What makes me cry every time I watch it?
There's got to be something. It's really just fucking E.T.
I wipe my own ass scene in Big Daddy makes me cry.
It is really
But
sad.
I wipe my own ass. I wipe my own
It's
That one
so
makes me
embarrassing when you're watching Big Daddy and you're like, I'm crying at Big Daddy now. That just sucks. This is supposed to be fun for everyone.
And then what other scenes get me?
Like Interstellar. People hate that movie, I know.
I've never
but
even seen it.
people really hate it, but certain scenes of that movie, I've seen it a few times and cried multiple times to the same scenes. So I guess that's kind of one of them for me.
I Am Legend made me cry.
I haven't actually seen that fully, but I know that I know the scene that makes people cry. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Don't spoil it. If you want to watch that. Truman Show made me cry.
Yeah, it made me cry too. Do you get embarrassed when you're watching a movie and crying? Are you trying to hide the fact that you're crying to the movie?
I will cry. I want more attention. I'll loudly sniffle so Lewis can be like, "Are you crying?" Oh,
I don't want
like that.
anyone to know that I'm crying to a fucking movie. That someone else's words and fucking effort for art could get me to cry. No way.
You're not gonna give it to the man.
No chance, Hollywood.
The other Jim Carrey one, Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
Oh, so sad.
It's
to be
really
so
sad.
heartbroken you'd be willing to pay to forget someone. I get that. Been there, and I get that. I watched that movie when I was heartbroken, and it was like, oh, I wish this was real.
That's fucked up. Damn. When I'm in this situation, I need like the opposite thing when I'm watching movies. Like I go for like comedy or whatever.
I bury in it.
I can't.
Yeah.
I'm only watching a fucking dramatic ass Lifetime movie when my life is going smooth sailing beautifully.
You know, I only really watch like thrillers and scary movies and stuff. I don't watch comedies.
I love I've been watching a lot of comedies recently. I really do love comedies, but I also love thrillers and scary movies for sure.
I really get into it, and I love trash TV. I love anything that's not comedy. It's crazy. Like me and Lewis will get dinner, and we'll be like, "Let's put on the stand-up special," and I'm like, "Ugh."
I've been watching fucking fuck, I gotta think of the name of it. It's the fucking prison dating show. It's so good.
Love After
Lockup.
Love After Lockup.
Oh,
It's good.
It's so fucking good.
I'm gonna start watching it because you're the third person I've heard talk about it. I'm
talk
gonna start
about
watching
trash TV.
I'm gonna watch that one because that's right up my alley.
It is garbage.
Unfortunately.
It is fucking garbage.
Sounds like what I'd be into.
It's great. I love it. I love every moment of it. My mom and I cuddle up and watch it together.
That's really
We're
cute.
like, it's Love After Lockup time. Let's do it.
You know what makes me so angry? Lewis won't let me pick a show for us to get into.
I believe that.
It's just so annoying
Of course
because
we wouldn't.
I know that he'd like it too.
Are you watching F is for Family with him?
Yes.
You like it?
It's fine.
It's good.
It's fine. There are so many other TV shows we could like both get into, and he just won't give them a chance.
Like, what are you trying to watch?
Anything.
I'll try to convince.
Anything. I was trying to get him into Shameless. I was trying to get him into Californication. I was trying to get him into Nurse Jackie, which is really good. It's a nurse with a pill problem. She's like fucks up her family.
Hold on. I'll tell you what you guys should watch, and I'll try to convince Lewis as well.
This is what Lewis brings to the table. Fucking MMA documentaries.
Boring.
The He-Man documentary.
No.
F is for Family.
Fine.
Black Mirror. And it's like,
I don't
want to watch a movie about iPhones. I'm sorry.
You guys should watch Happy. It's a sci-fi original show, and it's so fucking good. It's Christopher Maloney, the dude who played Stabler in SVU. And the fucking premise is so dope. It's fucking... Basically, it's based in this world where imaginary friends are like real in a certain capacity, and this little girl gets kidnapped, and she sends her imaginary friend to go find her dad and lead him to find her and save her. And she's never met her dad before, so like her dad is meeting his alleged daughter's imaginary friend and thinking he's going crazy, and you're watching him like accept that this is reality and fucking go save her.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
So violent, like the fucking fight scenes are so much fun and like crazy violent and dope. And then there's also this little blue unicorn who flies around, and fucking his name's Happy. It's great.
That's crazy.
It's a great show. Everybody should watch Happy.
Wow.
Dope.
Okay, good.
Fucking ringing endorsement.
Good. I tried to get him into Narcos. I mean, not Narcos. What's the one with the dad from Arrested Development?
I don't know. Jason
Statham, is that him?
No, you're thinking Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman?
Yeah, but I don't know the show.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's him doing Breaking Bad essentially.
That's fun.
Yeah. Well,
That's it.
that's it.
Watch My Little Pony, bitch.
Watch My Little Pony and Happy, you guys. Let us know what you think. Also tweet at us if you've ever seen a dolphin come. We want to hear about that. And what else?
Follow us.
Follow me on Instagram, Kim Congdon, Twitter, and Kimberly Congdon. Check out my other podcast, Subway Creatures.
Fuck yeah.
And Alex?
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Alex Scar. And check out all the shows that I produce for Gas Digital Network, Irish Goodbye Podcast, High Society Radio, and In Godfrey We Trust.
Fuck yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace.